These girls are on fire. Happy International Women's Day, all the women out there. And to the husbands and to the partners, happy International Women's Day. We'll be celebrating women today. And who sat and watched your infant head when sleeping on my cradle bed, and tears so sweet affection shed? My mother.
Well. Thank you to our mothers, an amazing group of people who have gone beyond borders to raise women of excellence, of substance on the continent and in the world. Today is your day. And indeed, that poem took us back to our childhood days. And we realize now that being a mother is one thing, but holding it down with dignity, with confidence, and raising children who today can stand on their own, wow, that's totally amazing.
And honestly, Thelma, the times have evolved and the roles of women have evolved. I mean, from what they used to do to what they do now, they are not only championing, they are not only conquering in the home front, they're out there breaking barriers in business ventures and all.
From time, women have known how to multitask. But what is more amazing now is that you multitask your way to success. You do it for yourself as a mother. You lift up your sisters. You raise your children. And every female out there is your child, is your sister, is your mother. And we're doing it together successfully.
Absolutely. I mean, from very early in the morning to late at night, women are navigating the world where personal ambition meets the need of motherhood. Honestly, we are holding it down, and that is why we're delighted, we're excited to share their stories today on your favorite weekend show, Weekend Deal, coming to you from the network service of the NTA. I am Patience Eloy Abba.
For many nook and cranny in Nigeria, different states, east, the west, the north, and the south, will be sharing personal, individual, and collective stories that showcases the strength, the pride, the dignity, and the labor that Nigerian women have undergone and are still undergoing with dignity and excellence. My name is Thelma Obazo. Welcome and happy International Women's Day. Let's do this together.
Okay, so we continue with the papers, and I have with me here Weekend Trust. Okay, say what do you say?
Parochialism.
Okay. Parochialism or competence. Experts analyze Tinubu's economic team, and there's so much on in this paper. That's all the big headline here. We'll move to Blueprint Weekend. International Women's Day. How we are contributing to family growth, nation building, says Nigerian women. The writers read, the nation's economy benefits when women work. Absolutely. We are often the glue that holds families together, provide emotional support and others. Wives also pay rent, school fees, contribute to husband's business. Mrs. Chinasoku. Women have risen to the task of breadwinning in most families, Mr. Ibe. This is even said by a man, so it's serious. And then we have the beautiful teams here, unveiling Nigerians Grammy Award winners, losers decades after. And then below that, I'll just take one story. Agony at 7 perish in another tanker explosion in Niger. That is on page 15. And so many other stories. Another tanker explosion, Selma. Niger again, the same Niger. So it's beginning to be ridiculous. What's going on? Is it that people are not listening? People are not listening?
May God help us.
Amen. Okay, with that, we move to Leadership Weekend. And on top of the masthead, we have Tinubu Governors Mourn ex-presidential aide, Okukpe. We lost him recently. May his soul rest in perfect peace. And then below the masthead, fuel price slash. We won't reduce fares, say transporters. I thought with the slash, Thelma, there will be a reduction in the price. Was it not the petrol price that made them hike
Everything,
up?
yeah, the
So
inflation.
why are
generally.
we now saying we're not reducing?
Perhaps what they mean is until other prices that have gone up come down, like for foodstuff, housing, breathing.
But they know that their own is sacrosanct because the market will tell you cost of transporting my goods to the market. So
Did you hear me say breathing?
Breathing.
Until the price of breathing comes down.
Okay, fine, let's do this. Okay, financial autonomy. Local government delaying direct disbursement of allocations. Failed to activate accounts with CBN. Federal government rules out deadline for compliance. Process has been initiated, says Algon. And then the last story I'll be taking here, it says, don't issue e-visas to terrorists, wanted foreigners. Federal government warns the NIS. Set to open borders for tourism. Set to open borders for tourism, economic gains. That is on page 7, and there's so many stories. So please get you a copy of Leadership Weekend, Weekend Trust, and Blueprint Weekend. They have so much to offer. Selma, what do you have?
Indeed, get reading, right? And good a thing that in spite of inflation, different parts of existence and survival, the print has hardly added anything. It's been the same for decades. So please avail yourself of just local and international gist that is. So let's do this like Patience said. Saturday Vanguard is my first paper, and above the masthead is trending news from the National Assembly, talking about the upper house, something about a female senator and the Senate president. Well, go read, go figure. Okay, beside that, Air Force attack on Ikeja electricity disco, 15 wounded staff in hospitals, and that's on pages 12, 17, and 30. Medical dilemmas, teen girl conceives from oral sex. Well. I can imagine if it was one of our mothers, you know, were telling that story.
How can you even tell that
This
story?
pilgrimage would have gone far.
I don't even understand. How do you even tell during our time?
This pilgrimage would have gone far.
How do you say
that?
that?
I know as we speak, the women in the family, they're coming together to deliberate on this before it escalates.
We hope so.
And to fine-tune that girl to really get her to understand and figure that these women were there before her. Okay, below the masthead, all from Rivers State, there's some crisis there. Let's talk about why the governor may survive impeachment. And I know you know his name is Governor Fubara. He's been in the news a lot in the last few weeks. Okay, 2027, North divided as Tinubu woos Southeast, South, and governors. That's on page 10. There's a beautiful damsel here. Her name is Gwyneth Hilbert. And if you're familiar with the social media, all of them, of course, is a familiar face and a familiar voice that is always speaking for women. The Nation is next, and above the masthead, we have the visage there of the former governor of Kogi State. And it's talking about 80.2 billion naira. 80.2 billion, do I see EFCC? Okay. That's for government and government agencies to work on, okay? Ganduje Barao received 2023 article support groups in 19 northern states into the APC. Wow. And someone says here that the PDP is dying. Well, that's for them to know and for us to follow the trend of the conversation. Below that, we have a woman. Her name is not unknown to us, and she goes by the name Natasha Akpoti Uduaga. And there's just about a suspension from the National Assembly. First, you know she's a senator from Kogi State. Below that, Rivers crisis, once again from Rivers State. Let's talk about the governor and his commissioners. But let me tell you about Nollywood. You know, we just celebrated Gwyneth Hilbert.
Yes.
Let's also celebrate Ronke Oshodi. She's done things in mother tongue, happens to be Yoruba. She also does things in Nollywood and perhaps Hollywood very soon. Good a thing, 4 drug kingpins jailed 95 years for trafficking 4.6 billion naira in drugs. Don't do that. It's on Nigerian. It's time for sports. Girl is on fire. Super Falcons are on fire, the men are on fire.
They are.
Nigerian women are on fire. Okay, there's talk here about Netflix forcing Fury and Joshua bout. Joshua, win something for us now, eh?
He will.
He's our lovely guy.
No, he
This
will.
six-pack,
He will. He will
before
be
the
winning.
six-pack will be looking like one pack. You see him walking. Okay, fight now. Fight.
He will. He will. I trust my Joshua.
Bros, we are there for you.
We are rooting for you.
We're rooting for you all the time. Okay, we see here that Igalo is talking about tithes. That's Jude Igalo. He says 10% is for God. He explains why he tithes. What's the gist? Madrid, Messi hairstyle. Can Messi's hairstyle touch Osimezo? Osime
will find a way into this conversation.
Osime.
I knew Osime was going to find his way.
Ndidi now.
I know.
You know of the captain, Trustekong. And you know of the coach, Idris Elba's look-alike. I beg, John, leave Nigeria.
Super Eagles' greatest cheerleader.
That's the only team in the world, as far as I know. This Nigerian women, you know, they carry last.
They carry last.
And that's why our first break beckons now. Patience, as you know, we'll take it so we can bring more gist about Nigerian women, women on the continent, women on the world, amazing entertainers, and much more. Don't you dare go anywhere. We'll see you on the other side.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, it is your favorite weekend show, Weekend Deal, coming to you from the network service of the NTA. Today is Women's Day, International Women's Day, and we're celebrating. And on our show today, it's all about the female entrepreneur, balancing career and motherhood. Now it is time for us to allow Deji serenade our hearts and our ears with his beautiful poem, The Unsung Heroes. Deji, do your thing.
I come from a place where God is supreme, families exalted, headed by men, but carried on the back of women. From where I come, men are king, but women are the crown that ordains the king, without which the throne is empty or filled with emptiness. I come from a place where mothers are warriors, daughters are messiahs, wives are priests, and women are the pillar that holds our society together. The Nigerian women. Their beauty transcends appearance. Their nobility, wealth cannot buy. They are the oases of Sahara, the mist on the hills of Obudu. Yes, they are the beauty of Africa. They carried their family on their back, their nation in their heart, carried the burden of their sons on their shoulder, and with affirmative action. They carried the voices of their daughters into the future, where Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Amina Mohammed can speak and the world will listen. And their willpower is igniting an ideological revolution for an ideal nation, where equity is served from the same pot to men and women alike. And the worth of a woman is never measured by bride price or her role on the bed of a man. And on the wings of their voices, the unborn generation of girls can fly with their dreams into the horizon, where women can soar above limitation. So we do not raise daughters whose vision in life is to become wise, and sons who believe women do not stand in high places or sit at the round table of leadership. Sisters and brothers, From time immemorial, the tapestry of our history is woven by Amazons of our country. Ugo wine, women of strength and virtue, who wear courage like a cassock, women of resilience and valor. Obìnrin gbọ̀ngbọ̀n àyà kòkò bí ẹkùn, lion hearts, who swim turbulent waters of governance. They walk, they nurture, never tire, never weary, not in dread of obstacles. They are the Aishatu Binani of my country, Oluremi Tinubu and other titans holding the fort for millions of women across Nigeria, rewriting their story in bold ink, with dignity, with tenacity, rerouting the voyage of our nation in the direction of utopia, where competence is never sacrificed on the altar of gender. With a spoon in hand, a pot on the stove, a family on her back, a nation in her heart, and a man in her way, she go stand gidigba, no dey shake. They never crack, never break, never relenting. For they are the magicians of our time. These are the salt of our nation. With their strength, courage, dignity, and tenacity, they write a letter to posterity to learn that women are indeed the unsung heroes of our society. God bless the women.
Okay, it is time for us to meet our guests. I mean, they practically lit our studio and put it on fire with that beautiful rendition. It is my pleasure to introduce to you. Let's meet Noratu Eluma.
Hi, good morning.
Okay, let's see her profile before we even see her. Oh,
Guitarist extraordinaire Pearl Erhanire. Great to have you on Weekend Deal again. She's a family member. So strum it now. When they announce you, you announce them back.
absolutely.
Okay, amazing. Welcome. We also welcome very warmly Noratu Eluma. This girl is on fire.
Yes.
Her profile is next.
Weekend Deal. Okay. So I would start by saying Happy International Women's Day to you. Let me start with Nunu. What does this day mean to you?
It means everything now. You know, women are having celebrated, so I like that we have our own day, you know, to celebrate us. Yeah, and all the women.
When you were belting out that this girl is, what were you thinking? There was a special purpose for that rendition today.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
You know, Paul chose the song, and it's basically just, you know, singing about your experience as a woman, you know, regardless of what it is, whether it's love or pain, or if you're telling any type of story, it's about celebrating your art through your own personal story. And Alicia Keys is one of my inspirations. So, yeah.
But are we winning it?
Eh?
Are we winning it?
Yes, yes.
The African women, how are we
Yes.
doing, would you say?
I would say we're doing amazing. I'm really, really proud of like women. So many women inspire me all the time. Even like Chimamanda that just released her book, or like my mom, or you, or my best friend Pearl. Yeah.
Tell us your own take. It's International Women's Day. What does it mean to you as a young woman who's an artist?
I love that it's a day that spotlights the achievement of women, you know, in different fields, whether in music, in arts, in politics, and I'm really, really inspired constantly. Like Nunu mentioned Chimamanda with her new book, and yeah, so I'm really excited about this day, basically.
And we are mentioning Nunu and Pearl. Open the pearly gates, baby. You guys are amazing.
And I'll start again from Nunu. Do you think that women, young women trying to achieve their dreams, okay, I'll say young because you're young, but women generally, are we facing too many challenges to get there at the top? Compare ourselves to our brothers, the guys. Are the challenges more on our side to get to where we want to get to? You know?
Definitely. I feel like regardless of the industry, we always face like similar issues. You know, I don't need to name specific ones.
Yeah.
But I do feel like things are getting better and changing. There's this awareness of, you know, equality and balance. And artists were speaking out. The problem hasn't been solved, but the awareness of the problem is there. So I think it's really important that there's progress. You know?
Okay,
There's
that's
progress.
nice. Pearl, I know you're young, but already your talent is setting the tone for the amazingness that the future beckons to you to achieve. There are many young girls who are out there saying, oh, this instrument, look at what these women are doing, you know, it's not going to be easy. What would you be saying to them today as women are coming together to celebrate each one, everyone?
That's such a good question. I think that to anybody, any woman who is thinking of learning an instrument or picking up a skill, all I would say is be consistent at it and do it over and over again, and you master it. And that was my experience, thankfully, with the guitar. So it's something that the more you do, the more you pick up. So just keep going, keep doing it, is my advice.
Are you still going? Because we think you've arrived.
Thank you so
Are you
much.
still turning the corner? Nice play, girls. You woke us up, oh.
Yes.
You woke the continent and the world up. Well done.
Okay, what would you say to, sometimes people say that when it comes to what we go through, it's a result of how we present ourselves. No, you're going to take this one.
Okay.
They say, okay, young girls these days are barely dressing well, they are doing this, and they're, you know, we have been objectified as women because of how we present ourselves. Please speak to that narrative.
Well, I feel like it doesn't matter how some people dress, you know, bad things could still happen to them. I feel like as long as you have like a good upbringing, have a good awareness of yourself, and just present yourself how you want to, it should be fine, personally, you know. So, and because like me personally, I dress different ways, and some people feel like it's modest or it's not modest, it depends. So I feel like
As long as
you
you're
present
happy.
yourself and you're happy with yourself and you have good moral ethics and everything is fine, honestly.
Okay, but I will say you're looking beautiful.
Well
both
covered
of
up,
you.
elegant.
Nunu and Pearl, I like your fly togetherness, Pearl, and I like your ensemble, the orange
you.
color. Like you and Patience had a collaborative agenda today, right? You can see Patience dolled up in cream and orange, okay?
Yeah.
So well done, girls. And you know, I'm so inspired. You didn't say, okay, it's early in the day, let me come gently. You say, let me scatter this door. You blast the door open, girls, and you woke us up. We say, well done, well done.
Thank you so much.
So when you woke us up, you also woke Uma up, and many amazing Nigerian women, African women, women all over the world. And that's why she's bringing this forth. Women in Ramadan. You do know Ramadan began a few days ago. So Uma, as she often does, been keeping tabs on them. And she wants to share for us what is not common knowledge, perhaps. Uma, take it from here.
So as for me, I make sure that I have someone that is helping me to peel the potatoes and the rest. And I don't joke with the prayers because this is an opportunity for somebody to be closer to God. So I don't think there's not much problem depending on maybe the number of guests or family that you have. But as for me, I'm okay.
Ramadan is a month of mercy, so we are used to it and we anticipate coming. And then, as a working class woman, a mother, we need to have like a timetable, prepare ourselves so that by doing all our things during the weekends and then coming to work, closing earlier so that we go and prepare our iftar in time.
It has not been easy, but with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, and also people surrounded with me, my family, their love and motivation is very good.
For every believer, I feel like Ramadan is that period of the month where we are always so excited. This is like a moment to reconnect with your Lord. I mean, we are all sinners, so this particular month, okay, you just sit down, you dedicate that time, that moment with your Lord. And I think Ramadan is beautiful because it kind of always comes at this particular time when you're tired and broken and you just feel like you need to reset, you need to rewind, you need some time with your Lord to get guidance. Season of love, a season where you know that yes, any prayer you do sincerely this time around is going to be accepted. So it's like a new beginning every year.
Broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't stop that fighter. But I see to you, so we can walk it out. Move mountains. And I'll rise like the day, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, higher like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the aches, I'll rise up. For you, for you.
Oh my goodness! Nunu and Pearl. Amazing.
You are transporting us to areas hitherto unvisited, mentally. Perhaps we'll visit those amazing spaces sometime in this our physical journey.
Yes.
Well done, girls.
Well done, girls.
Thank you so much.
So, Nunu, for you, how did your musical journey start? What endeared you to music? Was it just a beautiful voice, or you said, okay, because there are so many people who have beautiful voices, but they are not singing. So what made you say, okay, do you know what? I'm going to take this a notch higher.
I love this question because I get to answer it in different ways. So I said I want to be a musician since primary school. And I'm telling you, and my mom is my rock. Like, if you know my mom, like, please, God bless my mom.
Oh,
you know?
amen. Well done, mommy.
I went to school first, and then from 2019, my professional career started. And yeah, I've just been consistent, and I met a lot of beautiful people along the way, you know, that have guided me as well. But yeah, it has always been a passion. And I started playing the piano first before I started to sing. And yeah, here we are.
Yeah, here we are. But tell us a little bit about that journey. 2019 till now, here you are. You didn't just work. It wasn't 2019 in the car park.
Right?
Yeah, talking about like that 8 years, right? 6 years.
Yeah,
okay,
6 years.
Tell us those things that have left indelible prints.
Honestly, when I started my music, I didn't realize that it could be like a professional career. It seemed like a hobby before I realized that there's this music business as well, because I do have a music company. It's called Elitron, and then it's like my platform to showcase myself as well as other artists. You know, we do events every month. And it's not an easy journey. People think it's easy to just sing. Wow, is it like you? There are lots of calculated steps and everything. And honestly, as tough as it has been, it's been very exciting because it's literally my life. It's my dream. I get to make money from this. I get to express myself from this. I get to impact people from this. You know, I can't complain.
It's a journey. Pearl, you also have a story, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You didn't just come from your mother's womb and say pretty in the Weekend Deal studio. Any challenges, any remarkable experiences you think people can learn from or be impacted by?
So definitely, now and again, there are challenges in following your passion, whether it is music, otherwise. Actually, initially studied architecture. So my transition to music has actually been something that has been intentional with like 1 or 2 challenges, but I would say that I've just kept going at it, and I'm grateful for like the opportunity to keep doing what I love. So yeah, that's it. Overcoming one challenge at a time is something that is reassuring for me.
Okay, so that was interesting.
We now have architects in the house. See how we're going to do it. The day she comes to commission, we're commissioning the house. Hey. This is how they will sit performing. I will say the designer of the house and the entertainer of the house.
I'll be there.
Honestly,
well done. Nice one.
Why did you not pursue architecture? What first you wanted to read that course? You read it and decided, okay, let me leave it alone a bit. Tell me the thought process that went into that decision.
So actually, I do practice architecture.
Oh, you do?
And I've been practicing for, it doesn't look like it, but I've been practicing for about 9 years.
Ooh.
And it's something that, it's like music, it's still very fulfilling because architecture combines music, arts and science.
Yes.
And it's something that we see all around us like every day. So it's visually, fulfilling to also be an architect, to be honest.
Architect Pearl.
You know, I doff my heart for you guys. I doff my heart for you guys. And if there's anything that I've learned today, I would love my daughter, my niece, my dear friends' daughters to represent us like this outside, irrespective of what career path they are taking. I like your poise, your confidence. You know, you are so assured. Little matter what may come your way. I like the way you are taking this life's journey upon yourselves. And thank you so much for adding color to Weekend Deal, to Nigeria, to the continent, and to the world today with your renditions.
Because
well done, girls.
this means a lot to us because when you go on social media, it seems as though almost every girl out there is just out for what she can get, using her body, young girls. So when you see girls doing this, honestly, I am proud of both of you as a mom, as a big sister, as an auntie. That's why I've been dancing. I'm saying, these are my girls on fire. I mean, these are the true Nigerian girls. Not these ones that are telling everybody that Lamborghini. Let's get this conversation. Let's change this conversation.
Work hard.
Work hard. You can buy your own Lamborghini. That's what it means.
Yes, it will happen.
You can buy your car, anything you want. You can buy. iPhone 1 million, you can buy it if you work hard and if you know exactly where you're going.
Okay, our background features next.
Okay.
And I wonder what Francis is talking about, women, right? Francis, is it your madam that wrote this feature? Because you should have come to us now. Did you interview patients? Did you interview series? Did you ask us questions? So what are you writing now? It's our day now. You want to take that one over too? Okay, Francis, let's see what you got for the ladies in the world today.
All these are different concepts. This is a different.
Women across the world have continuously proven their ability to succeed in multiple areas of life, excelling both as entrepreneurs and as mothers. In Nigeria, female entrepreneurs play a critical role in economic development, contributing to job creation, financial stability, and societal growth, while still nurturing their families.
Women are economic drivers, both for the society and in the home and in the country. If you have one resilient and determined and hardworking woman, she can change the society. So for women to be engaged in entrepreneurship means that they are engaged in productive, positive activities. And because of that, they are going to impact the community, the society positively. For me, I see two about two types of female entrepreneurs. One, a married woman in the house who is unemployed and needs to earn money to support her family. That one is doing that resiliently with great determination to see that there is always income to support herself and the children. Then there are other women who are well exposed, well educated, probably privileged to have funding from family, husbands and friends who now want to engage in serious businesses. So in both ways, the woman wants to become a change. She wants to create an economy that will empower her, that will give her a voice.
Despite their vital contributions, female entrepreneurs in Nigeria face significant challenges.
One of the greatest challenges faced by female entrepreneurs, especially the married women who wants to earn money, is funding. Now, you will go to a bank, you want to get funding. There's an age limit. Most of them is below 40. The one that government is giving, is it Shopee or whatever, is for the youth. I queried, what happens to the women above 50? What happens to the women in their 40s who just found themselves in economic state of helplessness? They need income, they need funding to fund their business. They will not get that funding because the government doesn't identify them as a group that requires support. If you see children who are successful in businesses, check their backgrounds. Their mothers have mentored them, or they've seen somebody has shown them the way. They can't just wake up and become successful like that. So the government should target these women. And then most times you find that even when you apply for funding, the cumbersome requirements that are required for you to access that funding, you cannot meet them because what you just need is money to invest.
Many successful female entrepreneurs mentor and empower young women through business training programs, networking events, and advocacy for gender equality in the workplace.
For you to mentor the next generation of women entrepreneurs, you have to train them that skill cannot give you money. It can give you ability. You need to go beyond skill. You need to read books on financial literacy, on management, on customer behavior, on psychology, on marketing, on trends, on dynamics, on demand patterns, on demographic patterns for you to identify the goods you can produce and then how you can sell it, how you can package it and where. And then it's not enough to go and learn how to sew and start making dresses. But there's a good thing in learning, first of all, how to cut the material, how to know which color of thread, the thickness of the thread, the kind of machine you need to use, and all that stuff. And then what kind of garment are you producing? Are you producing prototypes? Are you doing... So they need to probably be trained to also specialize. They need to read. Now everybody is literate, everybody has a handset. Even if you cannot speak English, you have a handset that you can convert the language to the language you understand. So when you want to do a business, when you want to be an entrepreneur, you must be able to read and understand and then leverage on people's experiences.
The Nigerian government and private sector have a crucial role to play in supporting female entrepreneurs. If provided with the right opportunities, women can contribute even more to economic growth and social development.
They need funding, they need training, they need growth support. And then some businesses have complementary businesses that you can attach to the one you are doing. For example, if you are just measuring garri in the market, you can also package garri and groundnut and sugar and sell. That's a complementary pack and it gives you more money. If you are doing vegetable oil or anything, you can also sachet them. If you are doing cake, why don't you we import fondant from abroad. Why don't you just teach them how to package them and then sell them, and then preservation and all that stuff, fruit juice, fruit platter and all that stuff. So government needs to provide support and then reduce taxes. Then also provide the enabling environment.
Female entrepreneurs in Nigeria are not just shaping the business landscape, they are redefining what it means to be a successful woman in modern society. Our focus on Weekend Deal today will be on female entrepreneurs, balancing career and motherhood.
Weekend Deal. Okay.
Yay, balancing career and motherhood. I don't know why most times it seems as though women are supposed to make a choice between career and motherhood. Can't we have a beautiful balance where we do it all together, win on both sides? We don't have to choose, do we? Anyway, NTA Lagos has some contribution to this conversation. Let's see it.
One trailblazing entrepreneur who embodies this spirit is Grace Chito Mack, founder of the renowned Nigerian millinery business, Grace's Heart. With a degree in corporate economics and over 40 years of experience in the art of making hats, Chito Mack has earned international recognition for her exceptional artistry and dedication to the industry.
About 45 years ago, counting down, I was still in secondary school, doing my needlework. My sister came in to check on, visiting day, and she saw me working with my hands and trying to help other students in school. And she just said, "I think you can make hats." Just because she saw how patiently I was kneading. And that was just it. And that was how I started.
Hers is not a survival drive for hat making, but one of passion. Like many others, she faced significant challenges, including financial instability, rejection, and the struggle to balance her business with the daunting task of motherhood.
But one of the greatest challenges I faced was unacceptability. We are laughing. We are like, oh, these are like baskets, wedding baskets, something and all that. But it didn't discourage me. I still continued. So that was the major challenge. But with time, I was able to overcome that. When the economy changed and a lot of people got to use Nigerian-made things, and it was easy. The fact that my husband loved what I'm doing, so we're able to know what to do at each time when the children go to school, to bring them back while I'm at work and all that. So I was able to manage that.
Obviously, if you're ready for marriage, most times there are so many acts that doesn't add up. It's just your interest and what you think or how you want to end up in life. One is you have to live happily. You have something that occupies you before the children start coming anyway.
He supports me very well, and then when I started having my children, as they are growing, they just saw this is what their mom is doing, and they just had to line up.
Her children are always around her, and they are not just biological ones.
I've learned a lot from her, to be strong, to be confident for myself, to learn it. And I've learned a lot of things, to be obedient, even anger issues and all that. She calms me. She taught me how to live as a woman, how to stand on my own.
She's very hardworking and she's prayerful. She always tells me to work hard, even though I make mistake. I should continue doing it until I get it. I should never give up that.
When I had my shows, my firstborn had to join in the modeling. You can imagine how small he was then, but he was able to model. So it was sort of a family thing. We all bonded together, and it was easy.
Today, Grace's Heart enjoys international acclaim with its exquisite designs featured in fashion shows worldwide. This is another success story built on resilience, creativity, and perseverance.
The amazingness of every woman is unquantifiable. Last week, we talked about the unsung heroes. If we typically want to define who an unsung hero is, without even picking up a dictionary, it's us, it's a woman. Because from when she wakes up in the morning to when she goes to bed at night, she's multitasking. She's making amazing things happen. And as surprising as it often seems, almost everything can start with mayhem and chaos and end successfully. By the time she's going to bed at night, everyone around her is happy because she has delivered. I cannot get tired, patience, of giving applause to all the unsung heroes and the amazing women who are multitasking in Nigeria, in Africa, and in the world. Can we give it up for them again?
We can never stop, honestly, we can never stop.
Well done, ladies.
All our mommies,
well done, ladies.
Our aunties,
Mommy,
our bosses.
auntie.
We love you all. I mean, let's in-house, most of our bosses are female.
Yes.
From
our
EDP Tare.
Happy International Day, Mama.
When EDP Tare tells you, come on. Do you know when she says, come on? When things are like, she's like, come on.
We
can
got
do
you,
this.
Mom.
Mama, we love you.
We got you, and we know you got us.
DDP
and to
Saudat. DP Saudat. Oh, God, we love you,
we
man.
celebrate you.
We celebrate all our DDP.
Yes. Well done.
Adia Bintu, and we love you all.
Happy
Thank
International
you.
Women's Day.
Thank
I
you.
know
Our
you guys
series,
are
standing
for
there.
us.
We love you, Julieta, for all you do day in, day out.
All the time.
We love all of you, too.
Yes.
I mean, you guys are great.
All the women in the business of media, we celebrate you, even
you.
as we take our second break on Weekend Deal. We got time for your messages, don't worry. Just keep them coming in. I'll break back until we'll take it. Bye for now.
Welcome back. Women are said to be multitasking. A woman can actually be cooking, attending to a toddler, doing homework for another child, and at the same time be on a conference call for a business meeting or something. That's how women do. Is it magic? How exactly do women make these things work? Doshima Pius Ikereve will tell us.
Hello. Hey, welcome. Thank you. How you doing? Look how you looking all good. Thank you. How now?
Mata Ngodo Hwande Ni Ule hails from Benue State, Nigeria. She holds a master's degree from the Benue State University and a diploma in Africa cuisine from Reddish Culinary School.
Every entrepreneur will tell you that it's a journey. And then when you try to combine motherhood and being a woman, these are two separate worlds, because you have to accept the challenges that come with you as a mother and then the challenges as a woman, because gradually you are changing, you're fitting into new rules. But over the years, I've learned how to balance with time. You need to know how to accord time to everything that you're doing. Aside that, you need to get partnerships. Growing up with the children a little bit younger, would have family relatives around the house to help when I could briefly step out. And then you would also need to have people that you can have a good working relationship and have a collaboration with them. Once you have that collaboration, it's easier for you to have jobs, and then you're sharing jobs with that partner that you're having a good collabo with it. So the children and then the home front is not so stressed. For help, I would sincerely say a big thank you to my husband. He, from the onset, gave me an open field to play with. He wasn't and hasn't been restrictive. He has always seen to it that whatever the challenges are, he is there to help and then to push me beyond. The whole dream as we see it today and then would also say is a reality and a success to where we are today started off during the peak of the COVID. I think at February 2020, I was online and I saw an advertisement, a sort of call for people who were into cooking, at that point cooking, and it came from Reddish Chronicles, and they were calling for people who were able to go into school with them. They would be able to train them in form of scholarships, and we were asked to drop a minute video. And I kept asking myself, I said, I've always loved cooking, and that was how I recorded a short, a 1-minute video in my bedroom, and I posted it online. Originally, my offer was for African dishes because I had presented dish, a local dish, a local soup we call pocho. It's a Tiv delicacy. That was what I had presented, and amongst the various entries that we had, I was lucky to have been selected, and I went into class. And towards the ending of the classes, my instructor told me, he said, you could do this a little further, you could step a little bit further. And to the glory of God, I have a certificate for both African dishes and continental dishes from culinary school.
Martha's career spans from teaching, administrative roles, and entrepreneurship. Martha is married to Emmanuel Wande with 3 lovely children and serves presently as the president of the Catholic Women Organization CWO at St. Martin's Parish, Lugbe, Abuja.
There are so much that women can do with their hands. If you really want to believe it, there's so much to be done with food. And one thing I've always told people is that food is needed. So whatever you can do, you find your hands doing, do it with all your might, and then the Lord will find a way to bless you. Let us also remember that when one person is able to get to what you have prepared, and that meal sits down, it gives that person a comfort, it gives that person a tone, and before you know it, it's off to the next person. This is what I have tasted. Can you get this here? And by word of mouth, by word of referrals, that's how I've grown. People have come to enjoy meals. People have come to know exactly what I am doing. So for every woman sitting out there, even if you have a 9 to 5, you can have a side hustle.
Amazing, isn't it? We're talking about that amazing Nigerian woman who multitasks with ease, with poise, with dignity. And once such a person just strolled in. We can't wait to celebrate her, highlight her steps, and then get her to enrich our convo. Let's meet, greet, and make welcome the Chief Executive Officer of Amali. And there's more than just the bottle. Her profile is first. Welcome to Weekend Do. And happy International Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day to
Okay,
you too.
let's hit the ground running. What does this celebration, International Women's Day, mean to you?
Honestly, I think it's a huge opportunity for equity. I know we talk a lot about gender equality and empowerment of women, but when it comes down to it, it's highlighting the key areas that are specific to women, which is what brings in equity into the conversation, because the needs of a woman are completely different to the needs of a man.
Absolutely.
So when you say gender equality, it's like, okay, but what are those specific areas that are unique to women? And I feel like International Women's Day brings that to the forefront. Yeah.
Tell us about those specific needs of the amazing Nigerian woman, and how have we met them? Where are we ahead? Where are we right on point? Are we lacking behind in any way?
So I feel that, you know, Nigeria is actually quite progressive when it comes to women and women being in the workspace, women having rights in terms of, you know, things as simple as even driving or getting an education. Yeah. So on that front, I think that Nigeria is doing a really good job. Where I feel that more effort can be put in is in representation. So for instance, in politics or even in corporations, there should be quotas that, you know, are specifically assigned, seats that are left for women specifically, so that there's more representation. For instance, in the Senate, we only have 4 women versus over 100 men. Yeah. So
and it's
there's
like
definitely
it's
room for
less.
more women representation. Yeah.
But the reason why they say the women are reducing is because more women like you are not coming out. Would you consider coming out sometime to represent women, to speak about women, to channel cooperation and integration for women, do you think?
So
who should be that woman that should be in the Senate or in the House of Reps?
I think it's the everyday Nigerian woman, right? Given the right support, I think in order for women to step forward into those roles, we definitely need men as allies. It's important because they are the custodians of society, as it were. So if we do not have their support, it's very difficult to push forward and represent in the way that we are heard and understood. At the moment, yes, there are a few women out there doing things, but you can tell that they don't really have men as allies because their voices are not heard. Those peculiarities to them are not properly captured or understood. So I definitely think that, you know, to answer your question, I say in my capacity, as an entrepreneur, I've used my platform to advocate, you know, for women in these spaces as well. But in terms of like public service, I don't think that would be me.
That's the problem. Honestly, that's the problem we have because everybody's shying away from taking that bold step to say, okay, I'm going to represent my constituency in the National Assembly. And so, but again, let me just track the question a bit. Do you think that the men don't take us seriously when we come out to say we want to contest for it? Because so many women come out and they don't get the votes. They don't get the support they need. Is there something we're not doing right as Nigerian women to say we are serious? You can imagine the number. Look at the disparity in the House of Assembly and so many other sectors. So what's going on? Despite the affirmative action and all, we are still lagging behind. And we ourselves not as serious as we should be concerning pushing the female agenda.
So I don't think it's a case of, you know, not being serious. I think what it is that women need to be empowered with the tools for leadership in a way that is recognized and also respected by men and society at large. Leadership programs, for instance, that go beyond, you know, just the course itself, but impactful programs that you see the women actually working. When that is showcased, that builds trust. And ultimately, people are like, oh, I've seen the track record of this woman. I can actually vote for her. But for a lot of the women that, over the years of me being in Nigeria, I've noticed, they seem to just sort of come out of nowhere. There's no track record, there's no story. So it's difficult to connect in that way. So that would be my take on that.
So here again, we're saying, women like you should come out. You have the story. You've worked the work, you're an entrepreneur. What that means is that you're on top of your turf as far as your circle, what you're doing is concerned. So when you come out and say, I want to be a senator, people say, yes, she is the CEO of Alma, this and that. Yes. I mean, that's the kind of
we know her antecedent. But it's like, you know, I know that it is good to have antecedent, but somebody must start from somewhere.
Absolutely.
Yes, you must start from somewhere. Antecedents may be a challenge, but there seems to be a lot more than that. The synergy and the cooperation that women should exhibit, something tells me we can do better. But let's dovetail from politics because we're talking about something in the bottle, something in the bar, something that has gone to continents and countries, something that began 14, 15, 16, 17 years ago, something that is beautiful and amazing and takes hard work, dexterity, focus and tenacity, and something that you have birthed alongside with a home and a family. Tell us about balancing this creative act. Your family. We know our husbands now. They need special care and attention. So you are giving that. You are giving to the children. You are giving to the business. How is it possible to succeed on so many fronts? And also nurture your extended family as well.
Yeah, you know, it's incredible the grace that God has given women because the ability to juggle all of these things and wear so many hats it truly does take God's intervention. But I think for me, you know, my story is a little bit different in the sense that I had started my initial business, the nail bar, 8 years before I had my first child. So I had 8 years of focus and, you know, intentionality with that business. And I took the opportunity to really put structures and processes in place to enable the business run with or without me. I tried my best to build a personal brand, but also disassociate myself, my personal brand, from the brand of the business that it is that I'm building, so that whether I'm there or not, it's a business that can continue to operate and operate smoothly. And I know that a lot of women feel like, oh, my business is a small business, it's a micro business. It doesn't negate from the fact that you need those processes and structures in place, because when the time comes, you know, for you to go into the family way, to be married, those responsibilities are priority as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
I don't think your business should overtake that God-given duty that you've been given. So having the right structures in place, even now, even if you don't have it, it's not too late to put it in place. It's also important to leverage on the network that you have. You know, growing up, I would always hear raising children, you know, it takes a village. But as time has gone on and the society has sort of evolved into a slightly more individualistic type, it feels like you don't really have that sense of community anymore.
You're losing it.
Yeah, it seems that way, but the truth is a lot of people are not asking. So because of that
mentality,
yes, that thought process that, oh, it no longer exists, but it actually does, right? A closed mouth doesn't get fed. So I ask for all the help that I can possibly get. Especially
you're
when
not
it comes
asking
to my
strangers,
children.
are you?
No, which is why I said the community, your
family
support
members.
system. Yes,
At one point
yes.
or the other, you have put yourself out there for them as well.
Yes, absolutely.
So, but it's seeming as though, like, for what you've said, for you were lucky you had the structure in place before the babies started coming.
Yes.
For some women, it's not that way.
Yeah.
They begin to have these babies and they're thinking, how do I build my own business so that I can have my own time, I can navigate my own schedules.
Yeah.
But it's seeming again like the children and the home, a woman has to still make a choice. Let my kids grow a bit before I can do business.
Absolutely.
That's what it means, right?
Absolutely, because even me, with all my structures and 8 years in advance, when I had my first child, I was thrown out of the park. Like I had no sense of navigation. It felt very very new. And you know, sometimes you may feel like, oh, but you've been pregnant, I've known you didn't tell me this is how it was, or you have kids, you didn't tell me how it was. But the truth is, it's a very different experience for every mother.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to pinpoint what it's like.
It's not one
an
shoe size
experience.
fits all.
Exactly.
No, it's not.
So the moment I understood that, I actually even found solace in my business, because it was the one place I could run back to, and I know if I do A, B, C, D, it works.
Yeah.
Whereas with having a newborn,
you don't even know.
You don't know.
You're
You have no clue what's coming.
Oh,
so
goodness.
I definitely can relate to that still, that even having those processes in place, motherhood, you know, will test you. It stretches you to a point where you really have to sit back and say, I now understand why our Western counterparts spend years planning before they have children, because it's
some people make it.
yeah, you wonder why.
Yes.
We're not ready for kids yet.
Some even say, I don't want. Like Dolly Parton. She was married for over six decades.
Yes.
Husband just died.
Yeah.
They intentionally said, this is one part of life that
We're not
we will
exploring.
step over.
Yeah, so no, but to answer your question, I think, again, having a community really helps. I feel like also having mentorship programs for women that are relatable. Do you understand? Not a woman that is giving you textbook answers when you ask questions, but that there's true vulnerability in what it is that they're sharing with you. And it keeps you going. It inspires you, because you're looking at this other example that's real. And you're seeing that, oh, this person went through this 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and look at where she is now. If she can do this, I can also do it. There's something to look forward to. There's something that inspires you to keep going.
You know that, okay. Women, what you do entails women taking time off to unwind. To relax. Yes. And in this story of multitasking, there's no place where we hear our mothers or sisters say, you have one day off, or at some point in time you come with your sisters and say, I'm going on a holiday. But it's something that can help, right? Absolutely. At what point will that multitasking successful woman say, it's okay to take a break. It's okay not to be available sometimes. Yes, let them manage on their own. And how are you going to coordinate that with what you do in terms of spoiling ourselves?
So it's interesting that you asked that, because I actually have a mummy day pass. It's something that I've curated for,
Say
you know,
it again.
because
I want to hear
a mummy day
Mommy
pass.
day pass. Women, are you listening to her? A mommy day pass.
Because it's you know, it's something that prioritizes self-care. It allows women to just come in, you know, do whatever it is that you feel that you need to unwind. When you come into my spa, there's literally no TV anywhere. It's just music. And this music is so tranquil. It's supposed to, you step into it in Wusetu and you feel like you've been transported somewhere else.
Coming there.
You know? Yes, I'd love to have you.
You know, I can't wait for these amazing ladies to transport you somewhere. If you know how to open the show today, they said Nigerian women are on fire. Yes. And is that fire that was lit somewhere in NTA this past week? Women gathered though. We said no, in fact, we said no, darling. The NTA women were celebrating ahead of our head. We said the Women's Day is coming. We will not wait until that day. We know CEO Amali will join us. We know Pearl and Nunu will come. But before they come, let us show them the substance that NTA women are made of. And this is how it went down.
International Women's Day is a great opportunity for women to celebrate strength, resilience, and achievements, particularly as they balance careers and motherhood. The hardworking and beautiful ladies of the program's directorate at the NTA headquarters decided to do just that.
Well done to everybody who came together to put this together. Very well thought out. I can see you guys really took your time to plan this, and I'm very happy. And although some people, we all know who those are, get crashed this party. We all won't call any names, but we know who they are.
As a professional and a mother, life can be overwhelming. Events like this reminds us that self-care is essential.
Here at Programs at NTA, we have a lot of responsibility on our shoulders, and we're always working very hard to make sure we deliver. So for these few hours that we just forget about all the burden that we carry, you know, it's nice to just unwind and play and just have fun and bond with each other. So this is great.
At NTA, we believe in supporting women's voices and stories. Whether it's through broadcasting inspiring content or creating opportunities for women in media, we are committed to accelerating action for gender equality.
I'm really happy to wine, dine, eat, paint with my colleagues. So it's a privilege for me to have this sort of great people around me to celebrate one of our own.
Support isn't just about career advancement. It is about emotional well-being too. A strong support system, both at home and in the workplace, makes all the difference.
You know, it's interesting that this get-together is coming at the time that I'm about to exit NTA. Oh yes, 35 years in service. I thank God for the grace.
But she's a jolly good fellow.
Without you here in the headquarters programs department. I appreciate you, and it is my prayer that all of us will leave NTA strong.
She's such a wonderful lady. She's so calm, she's so professional. It's a new chapter, So I believe for you and I agree with you that it's going to be greater heights for you. Amen. So on behalf of all these wonderful programs of the NTA who love you, who appreciate you, and who wish you all the wonderful things that we shall wish ourselves. Give them to you this symbolic gift. Yes. At this time. Thank you.
Today is a reminder that women deserve to celebrate themselves, not just on Women's Day, but every day.
You know what's actually made me very happy? When I saw people that I thought were ordinarily not the type that would be able to dance, I was surprised all of them floor me. When it came to the games, I noticed that a lot of people are talented in our directorate. A lot of women are talented. You see all the paintings they are doing. It came to table games. They did so well. The dancing parts, oh my God, it was like they were waiting for this to happen. So everything is just smooth. Everything is beautiful, and I'm so happy.
Every creative outlet is a reminder that appreciation for life doesn't have to wait for a special day. Whether through arts, music, storytelling, shared culinary delights, these moments of unwinding nurture our spirits, fueling both personal well-being and professional excellence.
So that was our NTA International Women's Day party. We had this party just to celebrate us as women producers, as women creatives. And you know about NTA women, we work hard and we party hard. You saw Thelma doing it. Thelma went all down. See, they didn't even show everything. Forget that girl that I was doing on air. See, Thelma went down low. She got up.
See, we're talking.
We'll just take some messages and then thank you so much for joining our program. This person says, my name is Thank God from Takum, Taraba State. I want to wish my mom and you all in the studio a very happy Women's Day today. Ladies, women are really vicious, beautiful, full of wonders, so elegant, amazing, lovely. You guys can cook. I know these things because my mom is worth much more. Shout out to all our beautiful guitarists, Amira, cute singer. Hugs to you all, ladies. Oh, goodness. I love this show. I follow up every week. Keep up the good work. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy International Women's Day and congratulations to all our great grandmothers, mothers, wives, sisters, granddaughters all over the world. I wish you a happy celebration from Alhaji Gago Karu site, Abuja. Thank you, Alhaji. We appreciate you for who you are. I love Weekend Day. You ladies look so beautiful. Happy International Women's Day. Okay, let me take the last one. I love this show and the people all in the studio. My name is Mabel Matthew from Kaduna. Thelma and Patience, good morning to you. On this International Women's Day, I celebrate the strength and the incredible impact of Nigerian women. Happy International Women's Day to both of you there. Also, happy Ramadan celebration to Muslims. You both are really looking beautiful this morning. Sorry I've not been around. I hope I didn't miss much. To you beautiful artists there, kudos, love you all, Thelma and Patience. MC Malam, thank you so much. We've missed your message for a while. Okay, I'm loving this. My name is Miracle and I love singing. Oh goodness, the messages are many. Thelma will have to continue tomorrow. Okay, we'll take Sports Summit. Thank you so much for reaching us. We love you, and I mean it.
Wow. Who would have thought that time will run? This time we were just flying. Time is not our friend. There's no time that phrase has meant as much to us as it's meaning today. Why are you running now? Anyway, it's time for the final words of these extraordinary women that epitomize the multitasking nature of each Nigerian woman, irrespective of her age or status. Okay, Nunu. It's on fire. So we're starting with you as we wrap up today.
I'd say keep being yourself
as authentically as possible, and just like, yeah, keep being yourself.
I would say women are amazing, and I would use the word privileged. I'm privileged to be a woman, and I'm excited about what we have heading in our future.
Amazing.
Privileged to be a woman.
A mirror.
Thank you. So I would say, to any woman that doesn't feel seen, heard, or understood, while pursuing their visions, their passions, stay consistent. Your time will come.
Patience, do you have any messages?
Oh, so many messages. I had to.
Can we take a few?
Time. We're gonna. Oh,
maybe
okay.
about 3 messages.
Ooh. Okay.
Wrap up with music.
I'm loving this program. Oh my goodness. Thank you for keeping us glued to TV every weekend. And the women in the studio are so beautiful. Happy International Women's Day to you all. Please tell us your name. You cannot send such sweet message and not tell us where you're reaching us from. Tell us your name so we can also celebrate you. Oh, good morning to everyone here. Happy Women's Day. I love women. I respect women. Your resilience, your power, and your impact. Keep on keeping on. We will keep on keeping on. We don't even have a choice. So we'll keep keeping on. Thank you for the encouragement. Okay, good morning. Good morning to you all. Oh, Amira is beautiful. All the women here are beautiful. Wonderful you do. Can I speak to Amira later? They come out to my face. Please don't answer.
Please tell that person that we are in charge of this tab.
No.
You need to pass through these gates.
No.
Do you want to go to the spa? What do you want to speak to her about?
What do you want to talk about? Talk to me. I want that. Thank you so much. We love your messages to make our show special, and we love you. Like I always say, we don't take it for granted for joining our show all the time.
And you know something I want to also say before we quickly go to music? People are saying that Weekend Deals viewership is not on the up and up. But our tab tells us different.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps you don't know that we are online with the replay after the live. And we have a replay again at midnight. Please check us out on YouTube and other social media handles. Just hook up to NTA Series, NTA Network, and you see all the Weekend Dealers. We are there. Just to treat you even more. Well, Nunu and Pearly.
Let's do
Open
this.
the pearly gates.
Let's do this.
Oh.
And watching. We love
Oh.
I'm feeling you. Can't get you out of my mind. Yeah. Like violins playing strings like a symphony. And I know, gotta take control till he's mine. Oh.
This song will grow on me in the future. To grow later, tomorrow.
That's how love is designed. Let's take a long walk, a long hike after dark. So make me wait till it's late, then relate after 8. Little space, no hesitation, conversation, got me patient with sensation. No hesitation, conversation, got me patient. Your love got me thinking I can fly. Your love got me flying up so high. Your love got me deep up in cloud 9. You got me flying up so high. Your love, your love, your love. Your melody is too addictive, too addictive. A harmony is too addictive, too addictive. Your symphony is too addictive, too addictive. Melody, melody. Your love got me thinking I can fly. Your love got me flying up so high. Your love got me deep up in cloud 9. You got me flying up so high. Your love, your love, your love. Ooh. Your love, your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. Thank you.
This song must go on, though. We can't end now. The day has not ended. This one is money till night. Part 2. Do it again.
Yes.
Give us another one.
Yes.
We are still live.
Okay. Let's give them one more. Stronger.
Okay, let's do this.
This one is dedicated to our strength, our inner strength. We go through things that we don't think that we can overcome, but then we end up overcoming them. Let's just sing the chorus for them, yeah. You are stronger than you know. You are stronger than you know. Can you feel it in your soul? Can you feel it in your soul? You are stronger than you know. Get up, get up, get up and grind. Don't let nothing take all your time. Get up, get up, get up and grind. Don't let nothing take all your time. Get up, get up, get up and grind. Don't let nothing take all your time. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Get down, kill 'em with the flow. Rocking the show. Put your head down and do it on your own. Let them know you're king of your throne. Get down, kill 'em with the flow. Rocking the show. Just put your head down and do it on your own. You are stronger than you know. You are stronger than you know. Can you feel it in your soul? Stronger than you know. One more time. You are stronger than you know. You are stronger than you know. Can you feel it in your soul? You are stronger than you know. Stronger.
You know, Nelson Mandela said, it always looks impossible until it's done.
Yeah, yeah. And when being strong is the only option you have, honestly, you are stronger than you know.
You must rise.
Yeah. When you don't have another option but it's strong, you're going to be strong.
Amazing.
And that's a Nigerian woman for you.
Tomorrow is another extraordinary day.
Yes.
We're talking about the peculiarities
of the Nigerian woman.
Embody all of us here and you too. From us here, it's
goodbye. God bless Nigeria. Bye.